Good morning. It is 7:43. Welcome back to Great Day for this Tuesday. Brent Roski in for Jackie. And ladies and gentlemen, look who we have here. It is Rebel back with us once again to showcase some more of his great products. And you brought something that we're kind of familiar with, but you've upgraded.
Yeah, I'm real excited because this is a stone-coated steel roof. And it is absolutely the best roof you could ever put on.
Wow.
It has a full 50-year warranty, non-prorated, unlimited transfers, and no transfer fees. So when we put this on a roof, we go to the manufacturer's website, go into their server, and we put that address in. It now is covered for 50 years, whether the house is sold once or 50 times.
Now, when you say stone coated, how is that done? And you said it's steel?
It's a steel. Yeah, this is a 26 gauge steel, so it's as strong as a steel door.
Okay.
They roll form it, so it's 50 times stronger than the thickness. So it's much stronger than your steel door. Then they take that steel, which that steel's got about a 50-year life expectancy.
Yeah.
Then they take that steel and they put a process called Galvalume, and you can see that it's kind of got a mottled look to it.
Yeah, it's kind of shiny. Yep.
Galvanization using aluminum. Any farmer's real familiar with it now because they're doing it on everything, because that adds 40 years to the life expectancy of
40 years.
It adds 40 years to this piece of steel at that time.
Wow.
And so you're literally looking at a 90 to 100-year product at that time. Then they take a polymer, an acrylic overcoat, and they protect the protectant on the top and the bottom.
Well, and then it looks like all the ridges, that's for strength, yeah?
That's for strength. Then they actually take a material like Linabed. It's a polymerized rubber. This is the only manufacturer that does that. And they spray over the top with that polymerized rubber, and then they wet set right into that rubber their stone coating.
Okay.
And this stone coating, if you look at it, if I come to your house and you look at it, this stone is half the size of what you see on an asphalt shingle. So they call it a micro grind. There's fewer pores for those UV rays to penetrate and kill that adhesive, so the stone coating comes off. And so it won't come off. Then they put an acrylic overcoat on it.
On top of that.
On top of that.
So, so basically, it's like a bed liner type coating that's applied to the metal itself, and then while it's still tacky, they dump the rocks on it.
Dump the rock on it, and then they bake it.
And then they bake it.
And then they bake it.
Then they coat it. Then
exactly.
Wow.
And it's quite a process. And they actually manufacture everything in their facility. They're the only one that manufactures their own aggregate. And the reason they do that is because if you research out stone-coated steel, you will find a ton of it out there with failure, where the stone coating comes off, because everybody else in the industry uses latex paint and they use the aggregate from the asphalt industry. Well, the thing is, the 3M Corporation manufactures most of that aggregate, and they don't want it clotting up in the machines that make the asphalt shingles. Those machines actually are like a football field long in the factory. And so they don't want that clotting up. So as they're putting the aggregate into the hopper, they spray an oil mist through it. So that way the aggregate it's just got a little bit of a residue on it, so it doesn't clot. Well, if you put oil paint on latex paint, what happens?
Doesn't stick.
It doesn't stick.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're doing with their steel. This is a completely different process. They manufacture their own aggregate, and then it's dry. There's no
so they're
oil
crushing
residue.
their own rocks, basically.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, it's all a mineral, so that way the colors won't change.
Okay.
And this is for residential.
It's for residential, and one of the things we've sold just thousands of homes with this, and it's a wonderful product, and I love it.
Yeah.
I've got it on my own house. I've got it on every one of my outbuildings. I built a little gazebo. I put it on it. I mean, I just love it because I never have to mess with it again. But brand new this year.
Okay.
And I've got a couple pictures if they show it. Brand new this year. I've got the first house we've ever put this on, and this is the same exact product but a different profile. And what they learned is everybody loves the fact it's the last roof you'll ever have to put on, but a lot of people don't like this shake look because it's such a big profile, and they've gotten used to the little asphalt.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Just appearance.
Appearance-wise.
Okay.
And so they came out with this.
All right.
And this is the cottage shingle, they call it.
Sure.
And this product right here is really, really being well received, and so we're real excited about it because
Brand new this season.
Now, would
new,
having the
brand
extra
new.
ridge on here give you a little more strength on this one too, or does it make any
I don't
difference?
believe so.
No?
It's really about the same crush strength.
Okay.
And people, one of the first things people ask me is noise. They're like, hey,
Right.
I love steel idea, but I don't want the noise. The exact same noise decibels as an asphalt roof because of stone coating. Another thing, if you go with a painted steel, the water comes off your house 30 times faster. So you got to raise your gutters to catch that water because it's really scooting. You raise your gutters, then the snow melts, comes off, tears your gutters off the house. So then you've got to put
Here's
those
the
little
house
cleats.
you're talking about.
Yes, yes. Yeah, you can see that from the street. You really can't tell that's a steel roof, but that lady has a peace of mind of knowing that she'll never spend a nickel on that roof.
No, where's that at? What side of town is that on?
That's actually in Indianola.
Okay.
That's actually
Now,
in Indianola.
nothing is indestructible, but you said you had baseball hail, and instead of replacing the whole roof, which you probably have to do elsewhere, this one you just go up, you find the panels that are bad, and you just
Right.
Yeah, how many
Just have to
panels
put-
do you put on an average roof?
It takes approximately 20 panels to make a square.
Okay.
And another reason that's important is because this has been engineered to expand and contract with the sun without leaking. And the painted steel, like you see on your Morton buildings and things, if you'll notice anything commercial that an architect actually engineers, they require the fasteners to be hidden because they'll leak.
Okay.
Because that piece of steel will grow, 10 feet will grow 1 inch.
Oh, wow.
Approximately.
Okay.
So you take a 17-foot run on a roof, that's going to grow as much as 1.25 inches. So it's going to try, but it's just pulling on those fasteners, and that's why you look at it in the sun, and it's kind of
Right.
like this, and then the sun goes away, and it's nice and flat again. And that's fine, but it wears on those fasteners. And so this being smaller, it's engineered so that you don't have to worry about it wearing on those fasteners.
Never thought of that.
sounds like good stuff.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's absolutely, the thing of it is, it used to cost 5 to 8 times
That was
for a
my next
steel
question.
roof.
That was my next question. Compared to regular roofing shingles.
It's about twice now because asphalt shingles just keep going up and still stayed relatively
Stable.
So it's a wonderful product.
All right.
And it's one of those one and dones.
All right, so if you want to one and done your roof, this is how you get a hold of Rebel, folks. Write to him. He writes you back. Rebel at allamerican4u.com or the phone number, Rebel.
515-255-4872.
There you go.
I didn't forget. It just was a pause. That's all.
It was a dramatic pause. Very dramatic.
Dramatic pause. I like it. I
There
like
you go.
it.
Rebel, good job, my friend.
Thank you.
Cool shingles, man. Sound great. It is 10 minutes before 8 o'clock. We'll be right back. You're watching.